Right, hello and welcome to this week's weekly challenges in Gran Turismo 7. So we have 5 events to complete to win 3 brand new prizes, which consists of 2 credit tickets, one for 100,000 credits, the second for 200,000 credits, and lastly a 6-star roulette ticket for completing all 5 events. So let's dive straight into the events. So starting off, we have a Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600, followed by a European Clubman Cup 600. Then we have a brand new special event which sees us use the Volvo V40 T5R design in a one-make race. Then we have a historic classic car Masters, and lastly we have a WTC 800. So an event that should meet someone's criteria. So starting off with the Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600. So we see this event takes place around Child Mountain Circuit, and it's only 2 laps. So when it comes to 600, that's the recommendation of the performance points. So it's not a limitation. You can use whatever vehicle you want. So if you want to use a Bugatti swap GTR, by all means you go for it. So for me, I challenged myself to actually see if I can't get this event done by actually doing a 600 performance points build. So the vehicle of choice was the Subaru WRX STI from 2004. And when I tell you, at this performance points level, it's not a good car at all. I did not enjoy myself in that vehicle. But when I tell you, when I swap vehicles, this is a really fun event. The event itself sees you compete against honestly childhood dream vehicles. I mean, you got your R34, your different Subarus, your Evos, just your pure JDM icons in a race that's honestly just quick, short, to the point, no nonsense, and I loved it. It's super quick. As I said, in my Subaru, which I didn't really enjoy that much, I completed in just under 5 minutes. So if you actually use like a fully upgraded Bugatti Swap GTR, you should be able to complete this event in about 4 minutes, under 4 minutes possibly, depending on how fast you are. So this event honestly is a good way to start off the week if you have a good car choice, but it's really easy and I don't see you struggling with this event at all. Moving on to the European Clubman Cup 600. This is happening at Sardinia Road Track A. My vehicle of choice for this event was the Mercedes AMG GTR. Not the Black Series, just the Mercedes-Benz GTR. And this vehicle was absolutely bone stock. All that it had equipped to it was a weight ballast with 20 kgs added onto it, and that brought my performance points rating to 600 performance points on the dot. Yes, would it be a Clubman Cup 600? Recommended performance points rating was 600 performance points, but you can use whatever European vehicle you want that's fully upgraded and just go for it. For me, at 600 points, the Mercedes AMG GTR did exceptionally well. It gave a decent lead over the opponents and was quite fun. I'll be real with you, I think 600 performance points in the Mercedes-Benz was more than enough. It was more than capable to get the win, and it was honestly easy. I can see how it would pose a challenge for some people, but overall it was quick. It reminded me a lot of the 4-wheel drive challenge, but just with European cars. I would have much preferred a different style of event or a different performance points rating, or something higher or lower, or just something different, because for me I feel like it's a bit too closely matched to the 4-wheel drive challenge 600. Now, with me saying that, I'm throwing no shade, because the European Clubman Cup 600 was still fun and an enjoyable event and a good pick for this week's lineup. And now, the third event, this is our special event. We see the Volvo V40 T5R design going around the Autodrome Lago Magrigo East layout. So it's not the entire circuit, but it's also not the smallest one. It's the middle child basically of the circuit. And if you jump into this event in a fully upgraded Volvo T5R, it's too easy. Even on the hardest difficulty, I finished the event with almost a minute gap between myself and second place. So if you want to be actually competitive and feel some sort of competitiveness, you need to jump into a mildly upgraded Volvo, because if it's fully upgraded, maxed out everything, it just absolutely washes the opponents and there's no challenge at all. So you really need to see how you're going to balance your Volvo, and I know a lot of people aren't even really a fan of this Volvo. So hey, maybe this event will win the hearts of Volvo owners, but when it comes to special events, this is really, it's a mid event compared to what we've had previously. It's not wowing me at the slightest at all, but hey, that's just me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now moving on over to the Historic Sports Car Masters. This event took place at Goodwood Motor Circuit, and when I tell you this event, I use the Maserati Merak because this is always my go-to for the Historic Masters, because it's just such a pleasant vehicle. It's fun. Look, it's not that powerful, it's not that light, but it's the perfect mix. It's a perfect balance of power, handling, and just fun. The Merak SS is just, for me, always going to be the ideal choice for the Historic Masters. Now the Lamborghini Countach is just a lot faster around the circuit. It's a five lap event, and you're gonna need to use all 5, because I did, because I only managed to get into first position on the 5th lap. So it was, out of all of the events, the most competitive one. And that's a shocker, because we see that the final event is actually a WTC 800 around Tokyo Expressway. Now this is a 10 lap event which contains both fuel consumption and tire wear. Your vehicle needs to be around the 800 performance points mark or below, and the usable tires for this event is your racing hard, medium, soft, intermediates, and wets. So during this event, rainfall does occur, and this is when you are going to have to switch on over to your racing intermediates. For me, when it comes to a WTC 800, that event and my Nissan R92 CP are like this, interlocked. Whenever I say WTC 800, I'm whipping out my Nissan. So I took it around, and it just was such a breeze, such an enjoyable experience. If you don't have the Nissan R92 CP, best believe me, the next time it pops up in the legendary dealership, you need to scoop it up. It's fantastic. It's just wow. But enough about the car, onto the event. This was 10 laps, which overall took me just over 20 minutes to complete, which isn't too bad. It's not the longest event we've ever had, but it was quite fun. I did like the dynamic weather, because it just added an element that we didn't get with any other events this week, and it made it almost more rewarding and actually tricky. So you actually do need to pay attention and actually focus with this event, unlike the previous events. So this event, for my 20 minutes of gameplay, I had fun. I will not knock it, and generally it was a quality event and a good way to end off this week's weekly challenges. So if I have to pick my favorite event of the week, I am going to have to go for the WTC 800. Yes, around Tokyo Expressway, it was just the most thought-provoking, the most enjoyable event, the most rewarding event out of them all. Yes, the Historic Masters, it was like the most nail-biting because it was extremely close, but for me, WTC, it was just more high-paced, high action. It was just a lot better of an event and why it was my pick for the week. But hey, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What was your favorite event from this week? And with all this being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.